Alright, this is a HackRF One and a Portapack H2 that I bought from AliExpress online. I've already opened the box here, ready to go. Let's have a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a telescoping antenna. It's like a Wi-Fi antenna. Not sure what frequency that is. USB cable. Some kind of, oh, that's a dial. Okay. Or a knob. Here is another antenna with a magnetic mount. And yet another antenna. Okay. Trash. So here is the pièce de résistance. Okay, so here is the case. I sprung for the metal case. One part, screws and buttons. More pieces of case. There's the packing, okay. Connector. All right, so here it is. Here's the Portapack on top. And the HackRF One board on the bottom. It's already attached on the hat here. I don't think I'll pry it apart. This particular board has a clock chip already on board. There's another power lead there. I wonder if that's to go to a battery. Okay, well, let's assemble this thing.
You have to connect the battery before you put the case together. Otherwise, you have to take the case all apart and connect the battery, and then put it back together, which is what I had to do.
There is a battery. It's already in there, if you can see that. I don't want to take this thing apart, so I'm going to try to put the battery cable on with this thing together. It should plug into this little jack here. Let's see how that goes. There we go. I guess that battery is dead because it is not doing anything. Take up the slack here in these leads if we can. Gently. Alright, well, I guess the thing to do then is to see if we can charge it up and make it hold a charge before we assemble the thing again. Okay, it's charged for a couple of minutes here. Let's unplug it and see if that So there we go. So I guess I can reassemble that. Great. There are no instructions, so we'll just have to figure it out. Let's see what we've got for hardware here. Okay, those will go on the SMA jacks. Those are buttons. These are covers for the SMA jacks. These are obviously for these buttons. We might as well put those on. Okay, where did that knob go? There's the knob. But I guess that'll have to go on after we put the cover on. Looks like this is going to be kind of fiddly. So let's get in pliers. Those pliers and a little screwdriver. That's going to go on the bottom. So how many screws we got here? Okay, so there should be some. Okay, those will go on the sides to put that together. Let's see, this goes here. Let's dry fit it together and then figure out where the screws go. Okay, so one in that corner, one in that corner, one in that corner, and one in that corner. And then these guys are going to have their own 4 each. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like a spare. And then these should be 8 of these. I guess these are going to have to be attached. That'll be the fiddly bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 nuts. Okay. Well, let's fit the rest of this thing on here. Okay, it goes on like that. And that goes on like that. That doesn't look right, so that needs to go the other way around, I believe. Yeah. I'll get this off without breaking it. That will be an achievement. This way. Okay, that's the way it fits. So I'm thinking once this thing is together, it's not going to want to come apart again. Put those over there for now. With that one. The first thing to do is to put these side rails on. Yeah, the easier way would be like that. Oh, the better to see you with, my dear. Okay, well I can see why they don't want to assemble these themselves. This is pretty fiddly. Okay, then the other side. Let's see what we're doing here, right? Goes in like that. Hold the nut on. Turn the screw into the nut. Okay. Just turn around and do this side. 2 down, 6 to go. I suppose somebody's gonna be on me about not wearing gloves, not having any static device. Darn. I was too excited to get this thing all together. Okay. 3 down. Comes number 4. Tough with that jack in the way there. Let's do this. To have a different method here for this one. Try to get the nut over the screw. And then gently turn it. Okay, let's get a little more purchase on that. Okay, good. Let's do the other side. So these look the same. I don't think the orientation of these matters, luckily. Okay, this is going to be the same thing because there's a, let's see if we can get in there with that switch in the way. Not really. Okay, so same kind of thing here. So there's one. Don't do that. Okay. Tighten that up in a minute. I see. The SD card slot is in the way there. Six down. Here we go. Okay. They wiggle a bit at the end of an even nose. There we go. Threaded. Last one. fine. I'm recording here, so I guess you're now part of the video. What's that? You got some jam on your lips there. Did you see that? What happens when you push that? Oh, now you put spit in it.
I know, I thought it was something.
Okay. Go stand up for yourself, please. He gets no Wi-Fi till he gets all his assignments done and gets rid of these F's at a bare minimum. Stephanie, I'm trying to get this video done here. Okay? Yes, you're in my video. I'm going to have to edit it out. Or maybe I'll just leave it in there. Everybody. Yeah. Alright. So. Okay, let's see if we can use this little Robertson's to keep the nuts from turning as we tighten them. Maybe a bigger Robertson. Get those rigged in there. Nope. Okay. Okay. Now, like that. Bottom piece. Wonder if there's. So that must be for a battery. We'll do a little investigation. We can power this through a power bank. First off. And then later I'll source a appropriate battery, and I think there's room inside the case to put the battery.
hindsight here, need to remove the protective plastic from the screen before you put this case on, because as you will see here, I had to remove the case again after assembly in order to get the protective plastic off again.
Okay. 4 screws to go. That's cross-threaded. Don't like the way that feels. Okay, that went in. Good, just the seam. There we go. Let's see if that works better. Pretty good tolerances on this. Fits nicely. Let's see if this one goes in now. There we go. So it has just a tiny little gap there. To move the case around a little bit just to make sure that the screws seat properly into their holes first. There we go. Okay, so that's all the screws. It's nice to have little nuts and retainers for the SMA shocks. It's a nicely well put together case, actually. So you can see here's a stereo headphone jack, I assume. There's the USB port. This must be for reset. So on this side, another SMA jack. This is SD card reader. 2 buttons for some function. And I don't know what that is. To look online for that. Let's get ourselves a baby crescent wrench. Okay. Don't want to over tighten it. Just so that it's not going to come loose. Okay, and then the last bit was this knob. Okay. Let's see if we can power it up. Ding. And there we go. Receive, capture, transmit, replay, calls, scanner, tools, options, debug, HackRF. Version 1.2. So it's already got some software on it. Hacker Portapack Mayhem. Go. I'm not one of those guys that keeps the plastic on the screen. Sorry, all you folks that keep the plastic on the screen. If I'm triggering your OCD, I apologize. My OCD says to take the plastic off. Where's the last screw? There it is. Okay, just light it up again. Let's turn these lights off here, see if that looks any better. Nice. Okay, this button goes around on the screen. Receive. Okay, these buttons do the same thing. Okay, so that's the assembly of the HackRF One and the Portapack with the metal case.